Hi everyone and welcome to EL 101. For this discussion, we will be tackling about the plurality of English. Together with English 1A, we will be discussing the variations and some Philippine English that we have here in our country. So, stay tuned!
So our topic for now is about the plurality of English. Okay, week 4 lang muna, not week 5. So half-half muna tayo. So you can digest everything. What are the objectives? What we are trying to discover? First is we will compare the two approaches about language universals, like what is language universals, then differentiate what's the difference between standard from world Englishes, and last is to identify what is these circles, the concentric circles, according to Kachru. Okay? So, this is some things to ponder. I want you to think about this. Do you believe the do you believe there will still be similarity among all languages, even though there are almost, there are almost 6,000 that exist around the world. Okay? Just think about that. Sa dami na mga language. With all the languages that we have, Mandarin, we also have Filipino, ano pa, Spanish, ang dami. Hindi, ayun lang yung mga alam kong language sa 6,000 na yun. Do you believe that there is this similarity with the language? What do you think? Sige nga, just hypothesis lang or maybe a guess. Yes, Judy Ann, just a yes or no?
Hello po, ma'am.
Yes, what do
I
you think?
believe that I believe that there will still be similarity among all languages in the world
Mm-hmm.
because it is used for us to understand each other and also for us to be united in a particular country on where are you belong to. Yun po,
Yes,
ma'am.
that's a
Thank you
good
po.
point. Yes. Thank you, Judy. That's a good point, that with that similarity, we can be united. How about Jacqueline? You're raising your hand.
So, ma'am, I think all the languages has similarity because, like what you taught in the previous lesson, all languages has systems. Has systems. It has contents of sentences, words, grammars. So, if all languages will be like it, so it is their similarity po.
Yes, exactly. That is also another point of view. Justin, what about you?
Ma'am, for me, there will be always a similarity when it comes to language, even there's a 6,000 that exists around the world. Why? Because in a language, for us to understand what we are saying to people, there's a certain structure, there's a certain way of us communicating to other people, or even using our gestures and such. It is a way of communication on understanding each other, which means other than having a language barrier on what country are we living in, there's a certain part of us that we could understand because we're all humans that uses language as a communication.
Oh, that's correct. Actually, all the three of you had the point, okay, as to why there is similarity. And what is the similarity we are talking about? Well, this is what we call language universals. All your answers are correct. Like, for example, for Judy, it's unity. For Jacqueline, all languages a system. For Justin, there is a certain structure that we are similar with. And that is what we are going to talk about this. Look at this. There is an underlying unity among language as there are specific features that are common to all human languages. That's what we have said a while ago. And these are language universals. So now, what is the proof? That's the question. How can you say that there is really language universals? Meron ba tayong tangible proof to say that? Well, we have two approaches, okay, that proves that there is language universals. So, the first one, is according to Noam Chomsky. I believe that it really be familiar with Noam Chomsky because he is one of the main person in English. Okay, Noam Chomsky is popular for generative linguistics. Look at the picture. It says here innate. When we say innate, it means what? Kapag sinabing innate, ano po yun? Hindi nga. What is innate? It means natural. Okay, that's correct. Natural in the inside. Okay, so that is what Noam Chomsky is portraying to indoor. That's also an answer. So, according to Noam Chomsky, when we are born, there is like a microchip. That's the term. There is like a microchip that is inserted in our mind. Okay? Meron na daw siyang microchip na nakalagay sa mind natin. And it's like it is inserted in our genes or in our brain. Okay? That is according to Noam Chomsky. And that, okay? And that device is what we call language acquisition device. Parang ayun, para siyang pinaportray ko siya bilang microchip eh. Okay? Para mas makita natin, para mas ma-imagine natin. So here, every human being has the language ability that is already innate. So we already have that. Wherein that language ability let us learn language. Without this ability, we will not be able to talk, to speak, to listen, or to read. And by hearing it, this part of it, without enough experience, even though you are not exposed with it, okay, you can still learn the language. I read a research. I forgot the name of that research. But then I remember they let this child be like a box in a certain room. No lights, no one to talk with, just wall. Okay? Nakabox lang siya doon. And you know what? That child was able to still produce language. Okay? Even though he or she is not or was not exposed to anything, just the wall. Still, the sounds was already a language for him or for her. Okay? So, that is one proof for Noam Chomsky. And then, it deals with deep structures, rules, and patterns of the language. Because of this microchip, because of this language acquisition device that we have in our mind, meaning we are all, or all of the people have the same microchip. At dahil lang daw sa na-expose tayo sa iba't ibang environment, kaya lang nag-iba-iba. Okay? So that deep structures and rule patterns are something that are the same within us all. Okay, so that is one language universals. His study showed that humans are born with linguistic units. So, yung LAD na yon, yung language acquisition device na yon, naglalaman daw siya ng mga rules and patterns about language. And because of that rules and patterns of language na innate na sa atin, na nasa utak na natin, this let us be or learn a certain language, expose, be acquired to a language. At dahil nga iba-iba yung context natin, doon lang nagkaiba-iba yung language. And that is according to Noam Chomsky. As you see, it is more likely on the abstract. Okay? Abstract. Noam Chomsky's claim was parang rebut by the tabula rasa, okay? It is by John Locke. Kay John Locke kasi, he believes that when a baby is born, it is blank slate, walang kalaman-laman. But for Noam Chomsky, when the baby is born, there is something that is in our mind. And that is the deep structures and patterns of the language. And that deep structures and patterns of the language is something that unites us, something that is that is similar among all humans. Okay? So, even though it has proof, marami pa rin magda-doubt. Ano ba yan? Parang hindi naman siya ganun kapanipaniwala. Diba? Many would still think that, sige, sabihin natin meron, but how can you prove? Eh kapag tinignan naman natin yung brain, of course, there are people who will, what we call this, open the head and try to dissect the brain. Still, wala naman sila nakitang ganon. They do not see anything extraordinary na sinasabi niyang structures and rules and patterns. Kaya marami ding parang nagre-rebut kay Noam Chomsky. But here comes um, Joseph Greenberg. But before we proceed with Joseph Greenberg, look at this. Look at this comics. There's the baby, the mother, and the father. So what's the big surprise? All the latest theories of linguists say we're born with innate capacity for generating sentences. So parang nagulat yung mga magulang kasi nakakapagsalita yung baby. But then this comic strip shows that when the baby is born, they already have these deep structures and patterns about the language in their heads. Okay? So see it? So that's what I'm telling you. Joseph Greenberg give us a proof, okay, another proof that there is still language universals. Meron palang, hindi lang siya abstract. Nakita niyo, my point there is that for Noam Chomsky abstract, Joseph Greenberg make it concrete. How? It is through research. Okay? So, language universals are the general principles or rules that govern. So, that is the definition of language universals. The general principles or rules. It refers to, that's correct, Dustin, it refers to the structure. Yung pagkakapareho ba? Meron ba pagkakapareho yung structure? Yung pagkakaproduce ng language, either oral or written. So, it states what is possible in human language and what is not. So, Joseph Greenberg, what he did is that he collected all, okay, or maybe most of the languages around the world. So you see, kumuha siya ng mga corpus all around the world para lang mapatunayan niya na there is language universals. And he did not fail himself as he discovered that yes, there is similarities of structures. So he has found out some commonality, and that's a good news. That is a proof that language universals exist. So, for example, this is just an example that he found out. For declarative sentences, there is subject and object. Parang, ayun yung napansin niyo sa lahat ng mga languages. May it be Spanish, English, Mandarin, Hangul, anything. Okay? There is a subject and object. And the dominant order, almost always, is the subject precedes the object. Napapansin niya daw, yung structure ng sentence, kahit ano pang language, it is always subject and then object. Or kaya, object or meron din namang subject. Okay? So, that is one thing. Another, when a yes-no question, all languages naman, not only English, okay, all the languages, is differentiated from a corresponding assertion by an intonational pattern. The distinctive intonational features of each of these patterns are recalled from the end of sentence rather than from the beginning. So meaning, yung intonation daw, pag yes or no question, it will always be up. It will be always on the rise. Okay, yung end. Yung intonation for yes or no question, di ba sa English, kapag rising, are you there? Di ba mataas? So kahit sa ibang language, okay, if it's answerable by yes or no, the intonation is can be seen at the end. Okay, so that is one of the samples that Greenberg discovered. So with that, is language universal real? Is language universal real? Yes or no? Money. Real po ba? Meron ba language universals? With Greenberg and Chomsky, dalawa na yan sa mga language proponents natin, ng mga theories. So yes, there is. Okay, there is language universals. Yes, thank you for responding. So, now, after I presented to you this the commonality, here comes the variation. Diba? Pinresent teacher yung pagkakapareho. Now, syempre, ang highlight natin is the plurality. How English is plural. How English, okay, is this wide. Standard English versus world Englishes. Okay. Um, Maybe some of you during your senior high school, you're able to tackle this part. Can anyone recall, or maybe if you were not able to cover that, maybe just a guess. What can be the difference from this? Standard versus the world Englishes. Just try. Try na lang. Just your thoughts, the difference between the two. Meron ba? Who wants to try? Just a guess? Mhm. Hypothesis? Ano ang pinagkaiba ng standard? Sige, Jacqueline?
Just guess lang po, ma'am, ha? Kasi di po namin to natakal in senior
Yes.
year po eh.
Mhm, okay,
So,
sure.
from the word standard, it means parang sa ano lang po, parang pinaka-common siya or yung formal English po. Then, world Englishes is yung, ano po, kasi world Englishes, kaya nga po Englishes kasi bawat country meron pong different English like Philippine English, American English, British English po, ganun.
Mhm. Not bad, Jacqueline. Thank you for trying. How about Daniela?
Ma'am, yung standard English po is, it is commonly used in business, public discourse like media. Then yung world Englishes po, it refers to the different varieties of English and English-based creoles developed in different regions.
Okay, yeah. Correct. Hannah?
Ma'am, yung standard English po is the basis of all the world Englishes around the world. Standard English, ito po yung pinaka-pinagmulan po ng variations po of these world Englishes. And within these world Englishes po, these are the languages that are developed into the understanding of other nations po. Parang yung English po, tineturn pa po nila na mas suitable po and mas understandable for their own language po, ganun.
Okay, good. Judy?
Hello po, yung standard English po is only focus on the one particular subject or norm, only one. And then the world Englishes, from its word Englishes, it's plural, so it has many languages and many
Yes.
language. Yun
Variations.
lang.
Correct. Hannah, you're raising again your hand. Or maybe yung mention na taas. Hannah?
Nalimutan ko lang po ibaba.
Nalimutan mo na. Okay, okay lang. Anyway, so, di ba, your answers are all correct. Correct, actually. Thank you, Wagi. So, that's right. When we talk about the standards, sino pa sinabi standards? That's the basic. That's where everything comes from. But for world Englishes, kaya nga plural na Englishes, the pluralized form of the English. Okay? You remember about the history of English, okay, that we tackled last time? Maybe we can infer that the standard English came from that. Okay? And then, since a lot of nation has been colonized by Americans, by British, therefore, world Englishes arise. And let's differentiate it. But I think you already have an idea because all your answers are correct. So, standard is the actual variety of language and idealized norm of English. Okay? Balikan natin later. Why is it an idealized norm of English? Acceptable in many social situations. So, here and what you mentioned, we use it in business, in trading. When you want to, for example, you have different culture. You're talking with another person. most probably, what you will be using is standard English so that both of you can understand each other. And then, it is used in public discourse like media, legal profession, or any social institutions, especially if you're referring to a wide view, okay, or a wide population. Now, world Englishes. These are the differences in English language that emerge because of the different cultural background that we have. What are the examples of this? Philippine English, South African English, Spanglish. Okay, those are world Englishes. So it varies. Social linguistic, history, depende. So ito when we talk about standard, everyone can understand it. Okay? But when we talk about world Englishes, only a particular society or a particular group can understand the English. Although, English pa rin naman, there may be some lapses kapag nakarinig siya ng other culture. Okay? So, now, let's go back with this one. Idealized norm of English. Why is it an idealized norm of English? It is because, okay, right now, we still do not have an established standard, okay, standard English. Why is that? Bakit sa tingin nyo, why is that we do not have until now a standard English? Hindi nga, ano kayang problem? Ba't kaya, kailangan parang mahalaga siya eh. Why is that up until now we do not have that? Hannah?
Kasi po we keep on discovering new words and formulating new norms when we talk about language po.
Correct. Because language is always evolving. Okay? It is changing. Okay? Meron pa bang thoughts? Why we do not have this standard English? Okay? Mystery. How about it?
Siguro po ma'am kasi hindi po siya nagagamit ng pang-araw-araw. Kasi po 'di ba sa ating mga Filipino kapag po nag-i-English tayo, yung iba po yung interpret po nun kaartehan, ganun po.
Correct. Parang feasibility, practicality-wise, bakit pa kailangan natin pag-isipan yung standard English? Okay, that's correct. But although there is no established standard English, we consider some English that is standard. Ang gulo, di ba? Ganito na lang. We do not have for official, okay? Yung at least parang in-announce ng language, ng language council ng buong mundo na ito ang standard English. Wala tayong ganon. But many country, okay, consider some languages that can be called as standard. And what are these? These are the American English and British English. Okay? These two are considered the standard English. Another thing, why is there a standard English? Bakit wala pang talagang na-perform the standard English? It is because it can also create war, okay? Not really war, politics across nation. You remember why English language is universal? It is because the Americans are powerful. Now, if we officialize this American English and British English as standard, meaning they will again, okay, highlight their place. Parang they will become more powerful. Why? Because we will learn. We will be more eager to learn American English and British English. So it will create conflict among nations. Like for example, bakit hindi na lang Philippine English yung standard English? Diba? Parang ano yan eh, it's a question of culture, kung anong culture ba yung mas maganda. So, ayun po, medyo, conflict siya. And then, what are the examples of American English? For example, in America, we call it first floor, but for British, it's ground floor. Center, nakikita niyo sa Microsoft, kumari, magta-type kayo center, yung gusto niyo, pero centre minsan, kaya baligtad, center yung nilalagay niyo, center yung nakasulat. Color, elevator, lift. But in American, the word lift is like to heave, to carry. Okay? So, can you give me other examples? Meron pa ba kayo bibigyan examples like American English and British English? Yes, Hannah?
Sa American English po, we call them pants, while in British English, we call them trousers po.
Yes, correct. Justin?
In American English po, we call it chips, but in British English we call it crisps.
Okay, correct. So, these two languages are the most common standard English that we use. Like, for example, when you do critic paper or maybe research, your teachers will not tell you, use Philippine English. No, they will not tell you that, okay? Instead, they will say, just stick with American English. If you choose American English, then you have to be consistent in using American English. If you choose a British English, you have to be consistent in using British English. Another is neither or neither. What's the correct pronunciation? Well, neither is for American, neither is for British. Yes, someone's raising her hand. Desiree.
Sa American English po, meron po silang fries. Tapos sa British English, ang term po nila doon ay crisp.
Yes, correct. Thank you. So, ganyan, iba-iba yung, depende sa culture. Okay? So, even though it's still English, why is there a variation? Mainly because there is language, and there is culture, and the society is embedded with it. So, world Englishes. So, this is what I am telling you. English lacks any official body setting. We do not really have this council, a government that says what is normal, what is good for English language. Wala po nagatakda. Unlike, for example, for health, we have Department of Health. For education, we have the Department of Education. They tell us what to do, what not to do, blah, blah. But for the language, we do not have the Department of Language or Department of English Language. We only have that in school, right? So we do not have that as in the world. So no one is really have the right to correct, especially the world Englishes. The prescriptivist and descriptivist, di ba? Yung prescription and description of language. So it also root there with word Englishes. A useful shorthand for classifying context of English worldwide. So let us explore the different English, although it has the same language, we are referring with different variation. Okay? Word Englishes has been defined as a phase in the history of English. So, ano lang siya, we are starting to revolutionize the differences of English that we do not just speak with American or British because each country has their own way of speaking the English language. It is because each of us also have different native language. Okay. Just a look at this. Okay, I want you to look at this post. Okay. Question this with this one with Jaycon Grace back. What is wrong? Dito muna tayo What is wrong with this? Or what does he point out with the post? According to Jaycon. Can you give me the context or the situation? Yes, Jacqueline?
So, by this Jacob, di makita pangalan ma'am. Basta ma'am, sabi niya, Filipinos never mispronouncing the language. Kasi nga ma'am, kasi like what you told is earlier, kasi ma'am, dahil sa history. Just like kapag sinabi natin na yung sa katulad sa elevator, 'di ba? Pero sa ibang ibang languages lit ganun. Pero tama pa rin naman 'yun. Lang ta dito. Iba lang yung sa atin.
Correct. Because we have differences. Yes, Jacqueline? Ito okay na?
Wala, di po ba ako narinig kanina?
Narinig kita doon sa part na Filipinos have different elevator and lift.
Narinig na po ba ako?
Yes, yes.
Okay na po. So, ulitin ko na lang po sinabi ko kanina. So, sabi nga po ni Jekon na Filipinos never mispronouncing anything. Kasi nga daw po, di ba sabi niyo po na ang language natin is by influencing by colonization over our history. So, kung ano man po yung pagkakabigkas natin, it is right kasi yung type of English natin. Ganun po.
Okay, thank you, Jacqueline. So, that is what this Esquire. Yung Esquire kasi parang magazine. Okay, an international magazine. So, according to them, it should be, you thought it's southern, but it's southern. So, it's southern. Yun nga, di ba? So, parang Marty. But for the Filipinos, since our native language, yes, doon ka. You're raising your hand.
Hello po.
Share something? Yes, sure.
Can I be heard, ma'am?
Yes, you're heard.
My thoughts on this is like, first we must agree to what is, how do I say this? What is the main goal of the language, which is, well, to communicate and for people to understand each other. If the language doesn't do that then there's probably something wrong with the language. Am I not wrong? So in that sense, that means whatever you say, whatever structure is created, even if it's not the same as the one that are so-called standardized, then it can be called a proper language. Let's say, for example, Spanish, Italian, French, and English. Well, first of all of these languages all came from Latin. So in a sense, I could say that they are failed Latin or a mispronounced Latin or a false grammar Latin or something, right? Then maybe I could say that some parts of the Filipino language are actually broken Spanish. I mean, we have Chavacano, which is technically a broken Spanish, but we do not call it a broken Spanish. Why? Because that language as its own is a language in itself, even though it came from another language. So just like what we use in the Philippines, the English we use, although we call it English, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact English the Americans or the British use. The only thing that matters is that we understand each other. Except, of course, if we are talking to Americans, since they wouldn't understand us, then we would speak in a language where they could understand. Or especially if they go here in the Philippines, then we don't actually have to adjust in a sense. They have to adjust to what is the norm in here, since this is our society. So I think that's the point of this post, to show that the language is actually created to communicate, but not to be a set of rules that cannot be I'm sorry, I cannot find the word, na hindi pwedeng baliktarin, di ba? Since we know for a fact that in every passing year, any part of the language could change, and we should accept that. Why? Because as long as it works, it's part of our society, it's part of our culture, then it is part of our own.
Yes, I like your point, Mr. Luca. Thank you for that. What is pointing is that at the end of the day, we go back to the definition of language, which is to express our thoughts and to be understood. Thank you so much. How about Justin? You're raising your hand.
Yes, ma'am. Gusto ko lang po supportan yung ni Tyrone doon sa sinabi niya po. Kasi tama nga naman po. Siguro po ang purpose po ng Esquire Mag is to share how to properly pronounce it in a standard way. Pero hindi po siguro na visualize ni or na explain masyado ni Esquire Mag yung yung structure na kung paano siya naturo sa iba't ibang lugar. Kumbaga, kung ano yung nakasanayan ng mga tao dahil nga sa universal languages, siguro dumating po sa certain point na iba yung pagkakaturo or iba yung way ng pagkaka-explain or pagkaka-sound ng mga words na ginagamit natin. Kaya nagkakaroon po ng cultural differences or nagkakaroon po ng confusion on how we say a word in a certain structure po. Tapos natuwa po ako dun sa in-explain ni Lord Gregory na laging na in-emphasize niya yung prescriptive linguistics kasi tsaka sa yung descriptive linguistic. Kasi po sa prescriptive linguistics po, ito po yung kung paano siya dapat ginagamit. At sa descriptive linguistics naman po is kung paano siya madalas na ginagamit. Nagkakaroon po sila ng two differences on how they are spoken, pero hindi po siya nagkakalayo ng meaning. Parang ganun po. Kaya hindi rin po nagiging masyadong problema kung paano nyo siya sasabihin or kung paano nyo siya gagamitin sa isang sentence.
Yes, maybe nakalimutan mag-disclaimer si Esquire Mag. Kaya na-trigger to J-Con. But speaking of, that's a good thing to point out, the prescriptive and descriptive linguistics, di ba? According to them, this Saturn should be the one to be pronounced since we are talking with foreign countries, with the people in foreign countries. But it could be Southern if you're just talking in a descriptivist lens, right? Judy?
Ma'am?
Yes, you're raising your hands.
Hindi po, ma'am.
Okay.
Pero ano po?
Sige.
Explain ko po ba? Kasi po sa pagkakaintindi ko po, kumbaga, they are fighting against their languages. Like, as you said po earlier, there is world languages, which is, our country belongs to that because we are in one society or one variety. That's why they are explaining words we are pronouncing as a Filipino in that particular country. And the second picture to the opinion of others, it doesn't matter because as you said po, sa world languages, lahat po tayo may standard language. Kaya po dapat po, hindi po nila dapat pinapakialaman yung mga ganun po. Ayun po.
Okay, I get that point, Judy. Pero medyo maingay yung background baka sa radio or TV. Ayan. So, I get the gist. Okay? So long as we can understand each other, therefore, it can, okay lang, that's okay. So long as we can understand each other, this language, okay, the world Englishes can be established. Okay, we can just accept, okay, this one, but we have to make sure. That still we can be understood because that's the point of creating a language, to be able to express and to communicate to each other. So I love all your points. That's a good thing that I see also a different perspective in terms of this mispronunciation. And this is my question for today. Which do you think is better? Okay. Would it be better if we establish, okay, our standard of English, or we just accept the world Englishes? Okay? Ponder on that thoughts. Would it be better to establish our standard English or accept the world Englishes? Tyron? Yes.
I think it will be answered by also a question. Would it be better if all the languages in the Philippines would be standardized to one, maybe Tagalog? Well, the answer is hell no. Like, no shit, Sherlock, hell no. Since it's part of the culture. Then what would the other people feel from the Philippines if we say, no, you now speak Tagalog. Yeah, you speak Cebuano, well, nah, no, you don't, right? Now, let's just put it in the overview of the world, and instead of Tagalog, let's put English. I think the answer is already there. We already kind of know it.
Yeah, actually, it is really up to us, right? It's hard. Justin, another thoughts?
Ano po, siguro po para sa akin po, accepting world Englishes po. Kasi po, parang sa point din po ni Tyrone, bukod naman po dun sa point ni Tyrone, nagkakaroon po kasi ng hierarchy kung ano yung language na gagamitin. Which means nagkakaroon ng power yung kung ano yung mas mataas or kung ano yung yung standard na ginagamit na language. Hence, nagkakaroon po ng differences at nagkakaroon po ng levels at kung sino mas mataas, kung sino mas mababa, or kung ano po yung mas mahalaga sa hindi po mahalagang language. Parang ganun po. Kaya accepting world Englishes para nagkakaroon po ng pantay-pantay base sa pagkakaintindi po natin sa language na ginagamit po natin.
Actually, the hierarchy is one thing. If you remember, I don't know if you experienced that, but back when I was in elementary, our language, the Filipino language, is called Tagalog, diba? And then there is a confusion that's like Tagalog is the hierarchical language. That is the language na nandun sa pedestal. Now, that is why they change it into Filipino. Why? Because some thoughts that Tagalog is in this level. Okay, the language Tagalog is in this level. And the Cebuano, Bicolano, Kapampangan is on like a lower level. Kaya medyo parang sabi ng mga iba na hindi gumagamit ng Tagalog, parang bakit gano'n? Bakit Tagalog yung language? And we are just dialect. Doon din pupunta yung language versus dialect. Remember, dialect is never lower to language. Dialect is just a variation of language. So, according to Justin, it's better to just accept the world Englishes than to establish standard English. Anyone? Any other take? What's your take? Would it be better if we just have this standard English, Hannah?
Yes, ma'am. To begin with, I think both establishing standard English and accepting world Englishes will be very favorable for everyone in our world, ma'am. But however, I think it's better to accept world Englishes because that just proves that as a nation, when we concoct our own world English, it means that we develop as a country and we are learning more. Yun lang po.
Yeah, so for Hannah, both can be very good, right? But then once we establish a standard English, I think there's no going back. There's no going back with world Englishes because we have to follow the standard. Parang subject verb agreement. Bawal na, mali na yan kapag parang gano'n. Kasi we already form a standard. So, that's it. That's it for the standard English to world English. Desiree, how about you?
May po na sigurong mag-establish ng standard English at i-accept rin po yung world English. Kasi po kung ma-accept nga po natin yung world English, edi parang masasabi na nga po natin pantay-pantay. Pero kung magkakaroon naman po tayo ng standard, magkakaintindihan po yung lahat sa kahit na anong masabi po natin. Basta po sa standard na English na yan.
Okay, thank you, Desiree. So, here's another interesting question. How do you think standard English would be formed? If ever lang kung maaaring magkakaroon. If people will start, like according to Daniela, having a standard English allows for writing formal letters. Hindi ko nabasa. Writing formal letters and typing official documents to be a lot easier. Actually, yes, kahit saan mo dalhin yung paper mo, it would be understood. Ito, another interesting question. What would it look like? How would it be if we establish standard English? Diba? Naisip niyo ba yun? Paano yun? Anong magiging ano magiging basihan. Okay? Hannah,
Ma'am, I don't think
ano
it
kaya
will be possible to make a standard English. First of all, before we can even establish one, even though yung reason po is minor, pwede po siya mag-cause ng war. Because kahit ngayon pa lang po sinasabi na yung pinaka superior language po natin ngayon is English. Not everyone agrees with that po. So, kung magi-establish man po, wala po talagang ma-establish.
Wala talaga para kay Hannah. Mystery is raising your hand.
Sabihin na po, ma'am, yung standard English na lang po yung establish kesa po sa pag-accept po ng word Englishes po. Kasi po yung standard English po, kumbaga po, meron na po tayong idea kasi napapag-aralan na po natin yun. Hindi na po siya mahirap i-develop dito sa Philippines. Pero po kung ga-accept po tayo ng word Englishes, pero medyo mahihirapan pa po tayo doon. Yun lang po.
Okay, for Mystery, parang stick na lang tayo sa isa. That's for her. Yes, Dustin.
Ma'am, the last time I checked na nagkaroon tayo ng isang language, bumaba yung Diyos tapos sinira yung Tower ng Babylon.
Yeah.
Kaya kung sakaling magkakaroon tayo ng standard English, tapos yun yung tinuro sa atin, baka pagalitan tayo. De joke lang. Baka po magkaroon ng, yun nga po, tulad po ng sinabi ni Hannah, magkaroon po ng war. Kasi po, bakit tayo a-agree sa isang certain language para lang mabigyan ng power yung isang certain country na kami ang may na language, kaya dapat kami ang sundin nyo. Kami ang may kapangyarihan on how to pronounce or how to use this language, kaya dapat kami sundin nyo. Nagkakaroon po ng ng conflict.
Yes, yan. Sige. So, wag na lang, no? Baka kasi bumaba ang Diyos nga. Hindi ko alam anong sisirain niya this time. Sige. Tyrone, you're raising your hand?
Yes, ma'am. So, sa tingin ko lang naman kasi, kung susubukan nga nating maghanap ng standard English, hindi nga natin alam kung ano yung standard English. Kasi, una-una, sure, babase tayo sa American English, hindi nga English yung declared national language nila. Like, bakit ganun, di ba? And second, pwede tayong mag-British, but kasi iba pa rin yung pagmumulan natin. Paano ba natin malaman kung ano yung original? Pabalik tayo sa past. Kasi yun yung lang yung paraan para malaman natin kung ano ba yung pinagmulan punot dulo, 'di ba? Sabihin natin yung English na pumunta dito sa Pilipinas, na bago lang. So iba na yung English natin. So ang standard English, I guess, yung nung dumating dito. But the thing is, nung dumating siya dito, yung English na yun napalitan na rin. Pagdating sa huli, dulong-dulong mga Spanish, Italian, anything na ganyan, manggagaling niya sa Latin. Ang Latin mismo may tatlong iba't ibang gamit. Iba yung nakasulat sa mga written works, iba yung ginagamit ng church, at iba yung ginagamit ng mga tao. Well, iba pa nga yung ginagamit ng Holy Roman Empire. Iba pa yun sa Roman Empire. Na binabase pa yun doon sa iba pang language na pinagmula ng Latin. So, ang layo. So, technically, hindi natin malalaman kung ano yung original kasi babalik lang tayo ng babalik kasi hindi naman ang language kasi hindi siya kagaya ng hindi siya kagaya ng categorizing thing na although in a sense mukha siyang ganun, pero kung titingnan natin yung world view ng buong timeline ng mundo, sa language lang kasi ang hirap nun, language lang, although mahirap na sa language, hindi siya categorizing, para siyang spectrum na konti-konti yung pagbabago, 'di ba? So yung spectrum na yun, makikita natin yung English in the past na mayroon siyang halong Latin. Yung English natin ngayon, although may halo, hindi siya ganun ka makikita. Tingnan natin yung English ng 1800s. Tingnan natin yung mga play na ginagawa ni William Shakespeare. May makikita ka bang taong nagsasalitang ganun? Hindi. Matatawag mo yun na ermitanyo. Di ba? So, hinahanap pa lang natin kung ano ba yung standard na hihirapan na tayo. Hindi pa tayo nagsisimula doon sa pinag-usapan natin kanina kung paano ba natin i-manage yung iba't ibang bansa, iba't ibang tao, ganun. Tsaka sino magpapatupad niyan? Panigurado, United Nations na lahat ng kompetensya ginawa na. Di ba? So, I think gustuhin man natin at hindi natin at hindi man hindi to gusto ng mundo. Pero gustuhin man ng mundo, may hirapan. So paano na at this point na hindi naman gusto ng mundo, 'di ba? Paano pa sabi natin mga Chinese nga English nga ayaw nilang pag-aralan 'di ba? And we're going to standardize something. And madalas kasi tinitingnan natin ng example yung hierarchy nga. So maraming English, so let's call this English the highest form of English and this English is a lower form of English. Well, actually sa Pilipinas nangyayari yan. Yung Tagalog naging naging ginagamit ng bansa. Yung mga Cebuano, actually language siya kasi hindi naman siya intelligible. So, katulad ng Cebuano, tinatawag ba siyang lower Filipino language? Diba? Well, actually mali yun. Paano kung tinanggal natin yun? Tapos ginawa natin Tagalog kasi ang point natin is masyadong nabababa yung iba. So, para tanggalin yung hierarchy, gawin natin isa. Di parang mas mali naman yung tinanggal natin yung iba. Kasi nga, ang tingin natin sa kanila, mababa. And ang purpose ng pagtanggal natin sa kanila is tanggalin yung idea na mayroong mababang language. Like, that's a problem na binibigyan ng problema yung sariling problema. And I think this is really just impossible. And good luck na lang kung subukan nila.
Yes. Thank you for that yung point. Yan. Feeling ko din-discuss na doon ka. My point there is about the origin. Di ba hindi nga natin malaman saan ba talaga nanggaling yung language? So even the origin of English itself, we only know the history, but not really the origin. Di ba nung pumunta ng the English, ano yan? Yung Vikings, the Angles, di ba nung pumunta sila, may English na. Saan kaya galing yung English na yun? Yung English na yun? We don't know. See? So, that's the thing. We will not really know if we will be able to establish the standard English. That's why siguro, wala na din tayong council for the English language. Okay? I love all your points. That's a good discussion, everyone. And that would lead us to Patrick's concentric circuits. Para wala nang away. According to Patrick, these circuits that he created are the type of spread. How we use the English language. So look at the circles. See? So inner circle, this is the origin. They are the people who first use English language. Okay? And they use it almost to their everyday life. In every aspect of their life, okay? They have the inner we have the Canada, USA, UK. Pag pumunta ka sa bansang yan, automatically, what you have to use is the English language. Okay? However, for the outer circle, they have English or they consider English as lingua franca. Who are they? Philippines. Filipinos is one of them. Malaysia, Singapore, and India. So, they use English for legislature, judiciary. Remember, our 1987 Constitution is written in English. Our handbook is written in English. Almost everything is written in English, but in everyday conversation, we use Filipino language. Okay? And lastly is the expanding circle. Ito yung sinasabi ko, yung mga Chinese, ayaw nilang ginagamit. They still use their own language in school, in legislation. They will only use English for transaction outside. Like for example, importing something, importing a product or a service, they have to use English. But you will rarely observe them using the English language. Most likely sa mga schools lang, sa mga English subject schools lang nila gagamitin. Okay, so that's the thing. So that's why Philippines, okay, back then is one of the top users of English language. We are considered proficient, diba? But nowadays, okay, especially during the PISA, I'm not sure if you're aware with the PISA. PISA is like a comprehensive examination, mathematics, English, and science. So yung tatlong subject na yun. Tapos kahit man lang sa English, yung Philippines parang lowest, second to the lowest. So, nakikita nyo, ganun yung nagiging performance natin. And I think there's something wrong. Hindi lang naman sa pagtuturo ng English, but with the whole education system. At tuloy natin pag-usapan dahil alam kong mas hahaba tayo, di ba? Pero that is just only my point. like, although we are using the English language with our official papers, documents, sabi niyo nga kanina, di ba? Still, in our education or with the proficiency of English language, there is something that we miss nowadays. Is it because of the test? Yan, parang kailangan mo talaga may standard test for English? Ayan, issue na naman yan. So, there's a lot of issue. Language pa lang yan. Di ba? So, because as we see, language is embedded with the society, and society has a lot of conflicts going on. So, that's it. So, I hope you understand that. The inner circle, outer circle, and expanding circle. Yes. So, yeah. Do you agree? Now, this one is fun because we were going to talk about the Philippine English. Yan. Ito yung masaya sa part ito. Actually, this is my favorite part of the discussion because, do you know this person? Anyone? Are you familiar with him? Ako lang may kilala dito.
Yes po.
Ayan. Yes. You're familiar. Or not. You're familiar with this one? We say agree po. Diba si Charlotte? Okay, marami nag-yes. Mr. Vicente, who is this?
Si Bustos po, vlogger po.
Bustos. Okay, Mystery, how do you know him?
Sa commercial po ng Mangwan, tapos gumagawa din po siya ng mga content. Nung nakaraan lang po, gumawa po siya ng content ng English po siya na kanta about po sa mga mythical creature ng Philippines.
Okay, and what can you observe with the way he uses Filipino language or the way he portrayed Filipino language? Huh? What can you notice? Tatawagin dito. Wait lang. I want to hear the voice of Ronalyn. Ayan. Ronalyn.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What can you observe with the way he portrayed the language?
Parang man pag sasalita siya ng Tagalog, parang may accent ng konti, ganun, ma'am.
Okay, may accent ng konti. Sige, Ronalyn. Jacqueline?
Sorry, nagsisita ako ng mic. So, yung Philippine English po kasi meron tayong mga certain word na hindi naman na ginagamit sa ibang bansa. Like, fiesta po, pero festival po sa iba. Pero we can use it in the Philippines po.
Yes, we can understand that fiesta. Yes, Mystery?
Kung pag the way niya po magsalita ng ng Tagalog, nilalagyan niya po yun ng accent, tapos po hinahaluan niya rin po ng English. Parang binibigyan niya po yung mga Filipino ng idea ng mga word ng Tagalog na pwede naman po siya sa English.
Okay, that's good. So, with Mikey Bustos, using that language, he is a good example of portraying how Filipinos speak, okay, Filipino, or that maybe Tagalog specifically. So, one of this is this one, the consonants like F and V. In Tagalog, we do not have this. In abacada, nung nag-abacada tayo, ng mga bata tayo, wala tayo na. That's why, when we start to learn English language, we have this difficulty to pronounce the P and the B. Kasi alam natin, pau, tsaka ba, kaya yung fan, nagiging pan. Diba? Yung mga words na dapat F pinapronounce, flower, diba? Yung mga ganyan. Kasi nga, ano ba way natin ng pagbabasa? Anong sulat? Siyang bigkas. Silabik tayo magsalita. But in English, it's not like that. When, for example, nagbabasa. Diba? Kapag sinulat mo yung NA, yung nagbabasa, as in, lahat yun kailangan mong basahin. But in English, they're not like that. It's like they're contracting. For example, the word mountain, diba? Yan, first time. So, yung mga ganyan, electric. yung mga ganyang example. We are trying to read everything kahit English na siya. Na-apply natin yung principle natin in using the English language with our Filipino experience. Okay? Mountain. Yung mountain, di ba, kung babasahin natin to ng Filipino, muuntain. Diba? So, it's not correct because English has another set of rules of speaking the language. But, disclaimer, we are not really making fun of others' pronunciation. It is just that we wanted to highlight them. But it is because of our culture why we are like this. Okay? Maybe yun nga yung yung the Bisaya accent, actually, we should start to appreciate them more because their language is good. And their accent is like that because, okay, their native language is like this. Okay? Another, long and short vowels. Wala naman tayong mahaba, okay? Or maikling yung mga vowels. Kasi yung iba, kailangan ba shit. Diba? Parang may mga gano'n. Pero sa atin, napag-iisa natin. Diba? So, that's something. Yung three. Paano ba pag-ibahin yun? Yung puno, tsaka yung tatlo. So, we have this difficulty. And then, yan, nosebleed. When we say nosebleed, it's a different thing. And then the traffic. Kung sinabing traffic, diba? Di maiwasan pa yung Filipino way. Yes, correct. It's the distinct feature that we have. That's why we cannot really move away with that. So, ito pa, as in, mali talaga siya. Kasi parehas preposition, pinagsama mo. It's wrong. But in Filipino, we accept that. Diba? The word as in to emphasize. Traffic. Kasi traffic, dapat daanan lang. Pero pag sinabi mo traffic ibig sabihin, there's a traffic jam. And we understand that. Nosebleed. Ayan ba yung talaga nagdudugo? Ano ba ibig sabihin pag nosebleed? Mga nagamit natin yan pag nag-i-English, nosebleed ako, pre. Ganun, di ba? So, that's how we form. Because of our culture. Other examples are this. So, while I am presenting you this one, I want you to think of your examples of Philippine English, okay? And I want to hear it one by one. Everyone will be called. Or maybe if you cannot use your microphone, just message that in our chat box here. So here are some examples of Philippine English in the Oxford Dictionary. So even sa Oxford, kasama yan. Pandesal. Actually, the word pandesal is Spanish lang eh. So, ayan. So, pandesal, gimmick. Wala talaga yan. Sa atin, yung gimmick. Kilig, yes. Kilig. Ano bang English na kilig? Paano ka sabihin kinikilig ka? Meron pa interpretation, no? Diba, meron pa nga kilig to the bones. May pagkalim pa sila, diba? So, siya, wala kang mahal. Kaya nga maganda rin yung Filipino language. Because there are some language. Talaga, Jayward, sige nga, pakibasa nga. Paano ka kiligin? Jayward. Pakibasa nga yung message mo. Hindi na siya nag-ano, hindi na siya nag-bag. Yeah, so, yan. Ay, sira po. Anyway, ayan. Kikiki, bongga, comfort room, trapo. Sa mga politics, yan, yung make-up, ginawa natin ikay-kit, tapos pansit, and then halo-halo. Sige nga, let's go one by one. Our Andy, nandiyan ka ba, Andy? Can you give me an example of Philippine English? Sige, Hannah Liza, you're raising your hand.
Ano po? Yung ano po, napkin. Sa atin po is yung ginagamit ng babae kapag may menstruation or period. Sa ibang bansa, katulad ng New York or Amerika, ginagamit nila yung napkin kasi yung dun sa table napkin, kapag kumakain po sila, yun po yung pinapamunas nila.
Yes, diba? Kaya iba yung dating sa atin kapag pamunas mo na sa bibig mo yung napkin. parang iba yung interpretation, di ba? Because we have a different way of understanding that. Any other? Marami sa message eh. Okay, yes, Jayan.
Ano po, video okay po. Pero po sa iba pong karaoke po.
Yes. Ayan, isa pa yan. Videoke, karaoke. Dapat videoke naman talaga. Pero sa atin, gusto namin may twist. Kaya karaoke. Thank you. How about Charlotte?
KKB po, ma'am.
Yes, ano yung KKB?
Kanya-kanyang bayad or baon, gano'n.
Yes. Ay, may bayad pala. Ito, hindi ko alam yung bayad. Kaya ko na lang. Yung baon. Yung baon lang yung alam ko. Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, yan kay Andy, chancing yan. Isa pa, di ba pag chancing, parang it's about touching in a harassed way. Harassed way. Yes, that's correct. That's another example. We also have HHWW, holding hands while walking. Tama ba? Sorry, hindi official. Hindi ko yun ngayon, holding hands while walking. Di ba, pag sabihin mo yan sa iba, ewan ko kung maintindihan ka. Justin, what is yours?
Yung umay po ba? Umay kasama?
Yes, that could be yung umay. Yes. That's part. Parang hindi mo siya mahanapan ng counterpart in English. Correct. Jacqueline, are you
Like ano po, bongga and pak na pak. When something is amazing po. Sinasabi natin, bongga, pak na pak.
Yes.
Ganun po.
Correct. Yan, mga pak na pak. GG, yan. Ukay, public toilet, puto. Correct. Kadalasan yung food din. Dahil natural siya. For example, let's say, mosh, sabihin ng mosh to the ad, hindi ko alam yun.
My only sweetheart.
Mosh. Ay, wow.
My only sweetheart.
Hindi ko alam yun Okay. Thank you, Judy. Tomboy appear. Tomboy o tomboy yan? Baka naman din lang. You have a lot of answers. Actually, I'm enjoying that. Mystery, what's yours? Mystery?
Ano po, ma'am? SKL. Share ko lang.
Also having, how should I say it? We combine English with Tagalog. Charlotte, you're raising your hand.
Apo, ma'am. Bahala na. Nakasama daw po yun, ma'am, sa Oxford. Bahala na.
Okay. Bahala na. Talaga nakaganyan pa. Hana, thank you, Charlotte.
Yung word po na civilian means casual in American English.
Pero yung civilian, where civilian clothes, it also be in casual. Pwede rin yan, mga civilian. Ganyan, yung mga sandalo, turo-turo, sorry, may batot ka pa. The love of my life. Ano to? The love of my life. Yan, GR workers. They, calendar na. Bombay, yes. Feeling ko nga, tayo lang patawag sa kanila, hindi sila aware na ayun yung tawag natin sa kanila eh. Baka alam nila. Yeah, so, whim? Ano yung whim, Jaira mean? Ano yun? What's whim? Harp?
Ano yung carbs per sheet? Ano tong carbs? Wala. Pero yan, ang dami ko mga example. Thank you. Carnap, carnapper, wala, Diyos ko kayo. Yun pala yung okay, yun na yung pulang nalalaman. Ano, carbs per day? What's that? Iyaya ka ng laro or basta ma'am, kung game ka na ba sa ganito ganyan. Hindi ako familiar doon. Pero yun, it's good. Pash. Huwag namin pash. Dati, yung salvage is a save. Parang sa Bible, they repeatedly say God's salvation. God will salvage us. Pero ngayon, halimbawa, sabihin ko, I will salvage J. Ward later. Ewan ko, hindi kakabahan si J. Ward, di ba? Kapag ginanon ko. So, nag-iiba yung naging konsepto natin when we talk about salvage. So, it's different. Actually, that is one proof that language is evolving. There's new language every day. Or there's a new formation of words that we encounter every day. And that's a good indication. It means that our language is evolving. Our language is alive. Okay? So, that's one good thing. So, yeah. Ano ba yun? Meron akong nakita. Pepsi. Meaning, ayan, malagdaw. Papansin o epat. Yes. Yan. Dirty kitchen. Correct. Pero sa atin, parang pwede yun. Okay. So, ayan. At marami pang isa. Okay, you observe that. Ang dami ka naisip, di ba? Because language is everywhere and it's very fun to learn a lot of language each and every day. Okay? That's one good thing that we have to remember. Reserve your answers because in your learning guide, okay, you will be asked to give some of the unique language characteristics. Okay? So, are there any other questions? Actually, I'm having fun looking at your examples because, as you see, that's the last part of our discussion here. And I thank everyone for being participative this afternoon. So, if you no longer have any questions, I hope you learned something. Okay? Pwede naman, Joshua, walang iwanan. Ikaw lang matitira dito. Pwede ba yun? Okay, so with that, Jacqueline, you're raising your hand.
Ma'am, may pinapagawa na po ba kayo?
Maraming pinapagawa, Jacqueline. Charot. Actually, that's a good question. Yung ginagawa na ay yung learning guide po. Okay? Is kindly answer the learning guide weeks 2 to 3 kasi tapos na tayo doon. And you can start answering some in weeks 4 to 5. Yung mga na-discuss ko ngayon, sagutan nyo na. Para hindi na kayo mag-ano. Wala pa namang deadline. Okay? That's for sure. No deadline yet. But answer the learning guide as early as you can para, yes, sa module po kayo mag-answer, ipapasa niyo po sa, pwede rin sa separate paper. Okay, depende po. Kayo po bahala. It can be in module or in a separate paper. Basta po sa G-Classroom, mas okay po sa G-Classroom para makikita ko agad. Pero kung wala talaga, just PM me kung kailangan na sa Messenger. Okay? Kasi ibibigay ko po yung link ko na doon nyo lang po ipapasa kapag through Messenger kayo magpapasa. Okay? So ngayon, kung sagutan nyo na po yung iba natin sa learning guide, kaysa matambakan. Wala namang extra work. Basta po yung mga activity sa learning guide, answer it na po. Any more question?
Wala na po.
Okay, that's good. Can you